Welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 190. God damn, we've done so many. It's just me and Wonder again. Everything still sucks. I don't know how to intro this. How you doing, Wonder?
Oh, just tired, as usual.
Sounds about
Ready
right for you.
Ready to retire.
Sucks. We're a little young for retirement.
Yep, only 30 years to go, and then our government's gonna suck terribly and probably won't get to retire ever anyway, so...
Yeah, no, retirement's not for people like us
No.
who exist now. Okay, so I do want to bring up, I saw that stupid clip on TikTok again of that one old white lady making the joke about how Gen Z, so us, they don't know how to address a letter, write in cursive, read a physical map, which isn't true, but whatever.
Yeah.
They don't know how to do any of that. So, if they take over the world, it'll be really easy to take back. It pissed me off so much because none of that matters in 2023. You know what you can't do, old lady? Get into your own fucking computer. Enter the Wi-Fi password. Figure out how to open a browser.
Right.
Trust me, if Gen Z takes over the world, you're just gonna die. Because the world that actually exists is not the one that you think it is.
Yeah. And
Everything
also,
progressed past the point of needing that, you weirdo.
what pisses me off the most about older generations making fun of our generation is the fact that they make fun of, well, all these kids, they just live with their parents and they're not doing anything with themselves. Why?
Right?
I wonder why. Because you stacked up a ton of fucking debt and then dumped it onto our generation and expect us to be able to afford a house.
And then pretend
with
it's our fault.
9% interest. And then pretend like it's our fault that we can't afford a leaky roof shack for $100,000.
Yeah, that's what I love. Baby boomers destroyed the economy and then blame us who aren't in charge. We have no power here. Like, it makes no sense. And also, this whole they don't know cursive, they don't know how to write a check. When's the last time a store accepted a check?
Right.
Like, fuck. But
Right.
not knowing how to do
Also,
these things. Whose
I can
fault
write
is
in
that,
cursive,
though?
and I can write a
Okay,
check.
we don't count because we don't live in the real world.
That's true. That's true.
Wyoming is still in the 90s, dog. Like, we're in the 90s. This isn't this isn't real life anymore.
Right.
But like, that's the thing though, right? Like, if we don't know how to do all of that, that's because your generation was awful at teaching us what you think we needed to know. Which really, again, only everything that you think is a shot at Gen Z is really just how awful your generation was at existing.
Right. Yeah.
Wild.
And I'd say that the one thing I can say about, our generation is we're more creative.
True.
Like, the things that we do and the things that we accomplish are leaps and bounds more advanced than baby boomers were.
Baby boomers really didn't do shit.
Baby boomers were excited to, we have a washing machine. We don't have to go outside and wash again. And
see, it's not even that.
Water.
Baby boomers got handed the greatest economy of all time and turned it into the worst. If you actually look at the numbers and like what the dollar is worth and what things cost, the economy is literally worse right now than it was in the Great Depression.
It is harder. It is harder right now to buy a house.
It's harder to buy groceries, dog. A gallon of milk is $8 fucking dollars. And that's here. Yeah. Imagine what a gallon of milk is in LA.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Insane.
Yeah. Because I was going to try and buy one of those gallons of the lactose-free milks.
I wonder how that would do for you.
To try and see how I react to it. Like $14. I was like, dude, no. I'm just going to get regular milk.
So part of this is I fucked up, I think, in which bottle I grabbed, but it still doesn't matter. I went to Walmart the other day and got a bunch of stuff that I didn't really need, but I don't know. I'm
Mhm.
tired of not having food. So whatever.
Mhm.
But I grabbed another bottle of Zyrtec because my allergies are bad. So I need the
Mhm.
one allergy med that works. This bottle of Zyrtec was like $52. I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll just die then, and sent it back because it turned that into a $200 Walmart trip. Insane.
Yeah,
And
no,
it
thank
wasn't
you.
like a huge bottle. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I was just like, yeah, come take this because I'm not that rich. I guess I'll just die then, which
Mhm.
has become the slogan of America.
No shit.
I
Yeah.
guess I'll die then.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm tired of old people having positions of power. Old people who don't understand
I'm tired
anything about
of our
today's life,
government's existence.
right?
So the Speaker of the House, right,
Uh-huh.
McCarthy,
Yeah.
is gonna get fired as Speaker of the House because he pissed off his right flank by,
Mhm.
approving at least a budget extension.
Mhm.
He went and got, the opposite party to agree on this budget extension so the government doesn't shut down.
Yeah, it's
Which,
only like
real quick,
45
I was going
days.
to ask you, does that affect you?
No,
Okay. Well, because I
really.
know you technically have a government job, so I didn't know.
We're only government when we have to be.
Gotcha. I was just
We're only
curious.
government when it's convenient for us.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
But like it prevents this shutdown by only 45 days. But these and it's not all this one side, and I'm not trying to get this super political. But
Yeah.
this right flank, these I know of two idiots on this side that
Matt Gates is one of them.
and Marjorie Taylor Greene, the other
Mhm.
fucking moron. Just
Uh-huh.
dumber than a box of rocks. What? They want a government shutdown because it'll get news coverage and we'll get fame. Fuck you, dude. Stop making everybody else's lives worse while you're rich and sitting up on your hill looking down at all the peasants. It might be time to eat the rich, dog. It might just be time. It might just.
Yeah. And it
Yeah,
wasn't
fuck.
just the Republican side that was trying to shut the government down. The Democratic side was trying to do it too. They were trying to motion to dismiss so that
No,
they could
well,
shut the
there have
government
been
down.
10 different budgets, and the only people really shutting that down are, well, because the way that the House is stupid. Our government's stupid. We need to burn it down.
Right.
It's
about
time
to
for
go
real
1776
democracy.
again.
It's
Wow.
about time. America's never had it. Let's try out democracy, please. I'd love that. No, stop letting these people that we voted in, even though we didn't vote shit. Let's be real. Because remember, the Electoral College can just vote in whoever they want whenever they want to, and there's nothing we can do about it. Therefore, our votes never fucking mattered. Both parties just put up whoever they want to put up for all of these positions without any of our input.
Mm-hmm.
Neither side is going to have a real candidate that anybody wants. Not any real people. Maybe some cultists,
Well-
but that's not real.
I mean, you still have to be the number one in the poll numbers and stuff.
Except you don't.
Well, unless it gets screwed over like Bernie Sanders.
Which happens all the time. This isn't new.
Well, it's just like
So that's
RFK
my
Jr.
thing. But, right, like, that's my thing, though. All of them. Just real democracy. Every law needs to be voted on by all of the people. I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
Just, how about basically nobody in positions of power, but if they're gonna be, they don't actually make the votes. They just draw up the bill. And then they have to post it for the entire country to see. And then the entire country gets a month and a half to read it and figure it out. And then you vote on it. Because at least then we're actually getting the will of the majority of the people.
Yeah. Well, the one thing about it is, what I'll say about that is it's tough for that because the majority is not always correct.
Don't care. At least it's a real vote instead of 35 idiots who don't know what the actual world they live in is, passing whatever the fuck they want without our input and not listening to what the people who elected them in would want.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah. Well,
To be fair, we should start with getting rid of the Electoral College and parties, but
yeah. Well, the issue is the constitutional republic. If it was used the way it's supposed to be, it's great. But it's being manipulated, and
that's how it works. It'll never be great because humans are humans. That's why it can't work. That's why we are where we are. That and capitalism's existence. Everything has its problems. We're feeling the effects of late stage capitalism, which is where we're no longer a country ran by people. We're a country ran by companies with a lot of money who can afford to just pay politicians.
Right.
And every politician lacks any amount of backbone, probably because baby boomers. Like, they won't just do what's right. They'll just do whatever makes them the most money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
This country's not ran by even the politicians. It's ran by the corporations. We live in a corporatocracy. Deal with it.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I hate it here. All of it's bad.
It wasn't supposed to be that way either, but here we are.
That's how capitalism works, though.
The issue is if you go to full-blown democracy, the same shit's going to happen.
Kind of.
It doesn't matter what you do. There's going to be people with money, with power.
We've talked about it. I know the answer. For everyone curious, go back and listen to the first episode of this podcast. I have solved the issue. Now all of you just need to listen to me. It's that simple. That sounds very dictatory, which is exactly not what I proposed is.
Right.
That is so. Yeah. I'm just saying you should listen to the actual thing I brought up because it's the correct way.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think no matter what we do, unless we're billionaires, there's nothing we can really do about it. Like,
I know
that's the problem. Like the little people.
There's nothing anybody. I hate this whole thing.
The reason it exists is so that the reason why the constitutional republic exists is so that the little people, the little voice, is heard. And
little voice ain't ever been heard in this country.
The problem is it's the majority voice and the little voice are being ignored, while people with a lot of money on their high horse fight over who gets the most money and who should go to jail, and and power.
And let's be honest, probably all of them should be in jail.
Yeah, well, they all use their political power for personal gain, which to me is the definition of a corruption. So,
right.
Therefore, anybody that's used their position of power for personal gain is guilty of corruption and should be not in office.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Anyway,
everything's bad.
I'm tired of politics. I'm tired of...
Dude, I'm tired of football at this point. Having to deal with the idiots, dude.
I know. I've seen your TikTok already.
Well, that's not what I mean. But like the one dude this morning, oh, you fucking clown, said Thielen sucks. He looks good today. I love how much of a dick I am, though. Breaking news. Crafty veteran knows how to find the holes in zone coverage. Fans forget he was cut because he can't separate in man. Which is what everyone runs against the Vikings. Because, Justin Jefferson will probably win. But at least when we had Thielen, you could just shut everybody else down. So you could let JJ go off, which has been what's working this year still, too. Just let JJ go off because it doesn't matter.
I was about to say, you still have Addison, too.
Yeah, but I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
Or the whole... So I didn't watch football last night. I passed the fuck out because my sleep schedule's wild.
Yeah.
But Mahomes, they were inside the 10 basically, and he did the slide before the end zone, and people are like, the spread was 8.5. If you would have scored the touchdown, they cover the spread, and Vegas didn't want that. Everything's rigged and being manipulated. No, they were up by 3 with under 2 minutes left. Get the first down, slide, and it's game over, you fucking moron. Stop talking when you don't actually understand the
I
sport.
like how he replied. He was like, "Yeah, I don't know how."
No, that was
I don't know how
Artie.
anything works.
That wasn't the person I was talking to. That was just Artie. She was being funny.
He replied. I assumed it was the guy that. But
I'm also mad at the fantasy football AZ guy making fun of Justin Fields, who probably looked like the best quarterback in football this week. Yeah, he had the one fumble that was stupid, but I get it. So they ran this screen play because that's all the Bears seem to want to do, even though in the first half when they were letting Fields just fuck around, he went like 21 for 21 passing with like 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. Maybe just keep doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Let him cook. But they ran this screen play that they had already ran. Oh, he's getting a phone call. Uh-oh. Is it a work call or a girlfriend call or a fire call? I don't know. But so they ran this screenplay that they had already ran once earlier in the game. So the Broncos defense had it scouted. The same motion happened out of the same set. So they had an idea of what was going to happen. Fields takes the snap, does his fake, begins to roll out, and there's immediately a linebacker already hitting him. So he goes to throw the ball to the screenplay really fast and just loses it. I'm sorry, that's not on Fields. The one interception sucks, but you're pressing because you're trying to score to win the game. It's wild. It's stupid, and it's broken. I don't know how long I have to ramble without Wonder. He's pretending to have important stuff. I love that we can just see him yapping. We can just see him yapping.
Okay, I'm back.
What's up?
Well, after this podcast, I have to go gut a deer.
Who got a deer?
There's a younger kid that was hunting on a property not far from here that's never hunted deer before and never got a deer before, and he does not know how to gut a deer properly.
Gotcha.
And so he's going to pay me money to come over and show him how to gut a deer properly. Which
that's
will
cool.
Take me like 5-10 minutes to gut a deer. So
Fair.
Yeah. So and Cody's going to come over and he's going to ride with me to help hold legs and stuff. So yeah, but I told him, I was like, well, as long as they don't mind waiting a little bit, because I need to finish the podcast first, and Cody's like, well, I got to shower and
I don't know if I'm showering before I go cut something open.
He'll just be holding legs anyway, and I'm gonna have latex gloves, so I'll be the one getting bloody. So, which
Fair enough.
Whatever.
I'm so mad at football again. Harrison Smith was. He had a vendetta, I think, specifically against me. Because I had just spent 2 weeks on Run the North being all sad because he looks old and slow and washed. And then it looked like early in the day, before I went to bed, he was going to have the Defensive Player of the Week type game. 13 tackles, 3 sacks, a forced fumble that led to a touchdown as a safety. Like, that's a big game. And I was like, oh, he's Defensive Player of the Week. He's rubbing it in my face.
Nope.
Then Khalil Mack decides he needs 6 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. Jesus.
Yeah, guess who Khalil Mack, the team he was on.
The one you were playing?
Yeah, 77 points.
Jesus
77 as a D-line.
Yeah.
I had like an 80% chance of beating this guy, and because of him alone, I lost.
Oh, you got beat by me too. In the ESPN league.
It never fails. My team does really, really well, and as soon as they face you, they just have the worst week ever. Every single player, except for like 1 or 2.
It's all right. Dude, you won the trade where you gave me Kyle Pitts because the Falcons won't use him, dude. He's giving me 4 points every week. I don't like that.
Yeah, I had that feeling. Like if Kyle Pitts would have went somewhere like the Bills or
Literally anywhere
or
else
really,
in the fucking
literally
universe.
anywhere else, yeah, even the Browns or something like that, that he'd be the GOAT, But
Right.
for whatever reason,
I somehow bullied Cody in my
that
league.
is right.
Well, it should, because he had Josh Allen and Christian McCaffrey,
That's true.
who both had, and Mark Andrews and DeAndre Swift.
Well, I would have bullied the guy I was facing too, but the guy has a D line that does 77 points. That's kind of hard to beat. And then all is basically he beat me because of his defense, not because of his offense. His offense wasn't terrible, but mine was really good too. I had Stephon Diggs, who had 52 points.
Harrison Smith and better Josh Allen gave me 84 combined. Harrison Smith had 50 points.
Speaking of Josh Allen, he looked pretty good.
Well, yeah, it's the thing. It's why I'm already picking the Jaguars to beat them next week. Because he'll have that very serious Josh Allen, I have something to prove, I'm going to be the best quarterback in football look.
Yeah.
And then the next week he's a jackass. So I'm already betting. Also, better Josh Allen always wins.
True.
I know. People don't get the joke, but it's fine. Wonder gets the joke. That's what matters.
Yeah, I get the joke.
But
I don't know.
Dude, the Jaguars always play up to the Bills, man. No matter what.
Yeah, I just wish, if Josh Allen could just keep that serious Josh Allen for an entire season, he would be the best quarterback in the NFL.
Probably.
Even over Patrick Mahomes.
Probably, but he never will, so.
No, sadly.
JJ had a rough week, only getting me 28.5. Didn't even go for 100 yards.
Yeah. But hey, at least the Vikings have a win. It was a little bit of a rough win, but it was a win.
Dude, it's always rough for us.
They broke the ice. That's all they needed.
Dude, I was so over it immediately.
I was watching your TikTok.
Cuzzo, immediately pick 6. What the fuck?
Yeah, 99 on the goal line too. Like, fuck.
JJ was open over the middle. He just stared down a fucking check down. That's not the point of that route, Cuzzo.
Mm-hmm.
Just stared it down. And then
and it was easy to jump that ball.
He got murdered trying to chase him down and make the play, too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was funny. At least he made an effort to try and make a tackle.
It's again, though, another game where we should have won by like 35-6 because they would have got the 2 field goals.
Yeah.
But we have to make it close because our offense gives up points. I don't understand. And we've set ourselves up for either an incredible game or a really bad one.
Mm-hmm.
So Byron Murphy, corner.
Yeah.
Is gonna try to antagonize Kelsey next week.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say something to him to get him going. It's kind of talking about the Taylor Swift thing. Like, is she gonna be at the game? We're locked in, but that'd be something. I've been watching her since I was a kid, so that'd be cool for sure. Not for him though, because we're gonna try to get our hands on him in front of her. Says he has a bunch of stuff to say to him. It's like, I don't know about pissing off Travis Kelce. Somebody goes, Travis Kelce legacy game incoming. It's also like, wait a minute, though. What if it's a Byron Murphy legacy game? Dude, imagine he just shuts down Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Just fuck you. You're mine.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Damn cement dust up my nose.
Yeah.
Oh. So there was an accident yesterday.
Oh, good.
Came over my pager. Between here and the town that's to our east.
Okay.
I hear this accident. It's a rollover, and I called and said I was on standby if they needed any help. If they can't get anybody out and they need help with the jaws of life or something like that, heavy lift or anything like that. So I called and I said, I'm on standby if you guys need me.
Yeah.
And and we don't have an ambulance.
Really?
No, we sold our ambulance because we couldn't afford to maintain it.
That's not ideal, but all right.
So all we have is a first response truck, which has the jaws of life and all the medical equipment and all that stuff. And we have to wait for the town to the east of us to get there with the ambulance. And so I didn't think much of it. I heard over the pager that there was like a hand injury, and it seemed as though the people that were in the rollover were semi okay or whatever. And got to work today and sat down, and I was like, well, where's have I talked about the guy that's been struck by lightning twice?
I don't know if you've ever said his name, but you've definitely talked about him.
Yeah. So
he was the one in the rollover?
Yes. He's got heart issues. He's been struck by lightning twice.
Now he's out here rolling his car.
Well, see, what had happened was right in between our town and the town to the east of us. Phone call.
All right, phone call. So I guess I'll talk. Yabba dabba doo. Shit. I really don't know what I'm supposed to say here. Give me Caleb Williams. Okay, this is wild. I gotta yell at Grayson on Twitter. So Caleb Williams says he can make more money returning to college football than he can as a rookie, so he can pick what team he wants. And Grayson said, "My guy, you don't have that much leverage." It's like, except if Elway and Manning can say, "I won't play there." Sorry, I'm trying to type as I talk and it's not working. I won't play there. And it worked, so can Caleb. That's... Teams won't want a guy who doesn't play. What's up?
Okay. So, where was I? Oh, yes. So in between our town and the town to the east of us, there's like a little RV park. You know where that's at?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a turnoff that goes south right there.
Yeah. Real quick, I just love how you asked, do you know where that's at? As if I don't have to drive that road every time I want to get gas, buy a drink.
Oh, right. But I was just making sure you were on the same page.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just being a dick.
But, because I don't want to say the name of the RV park. So
sure, I get that.
So anyway, what had happened was he was coming back from the town to the east, and there was a vehicle that was so dirty that he couldn't see that they had their turn signal on. And so they slowed way down real fast to make a turn, and he had to move over into the other lane to avoid crashing into that car. And then he had to swerve real hard to miss another car that was coming the opposite direction. And you know how you kind of get off, onto the embankment and it's soft and it kind of pulls you off the road? That's what happened, is he got off the right side of the road and hit the soft embankment, and it sucked him off the road, and he rolled his vehicle.
So I'm going to be the asshole here.
Yep.
Sounds to me like he was following that first car way too fucking close.
No.
Like the rules of how life works. Because if he was close enough that he didn't notice them slowing down anyways, he wouldn't have noticed it. What are the odds he was just fucking around on his phone or talking to somebody and just wouldn't have noticed anyways?
Well, maybe talking to somebody, but on his phone, no.
But like, it's one of those things where if,
phone anyway.
like, it's one of those things, slamming on your brakes like that, like slowing down really fast to make a turn and slamming on your brakes like that, If it caused a problem, it would have caused a problem whether he could see or not.
Yeah, so I think what happened was, well, he had his daughter in his pickup with him. And his daughter is a special needs person. And so she probably distracted him while he was driving and, maybe was doing something for her or whatever, and then looked up and went, oh shit, and swerved and missed that car and then had oncoming traffic. So he swerved again and decided to, instead of head-on collision with somebody, to roll his own vehicle. So, lucky, yeah, he's lucky that.
Oh, absolutely.
All there was a hand injury and some bumps and scrapes and bruises. So, but yeah, I mean, that's that guy's been through a lot. Kind of does it to himself in a way, but because he's not the quickest thinking person ever either. He's not, in order for him to do anything, especially when he's working, he has to sit there and think about it for a long, long time before he can do it. Whereas a normal person would just do it,
Sure.
So, and that's probably from being hit by lightning twice.
That'll cause some problems.
Yeah, but
Justin Jefferson's a bully.
Yeah, he always is.
Yeah. Well, after he caught the second touchdown, instead of grittying, he just turned away from the dude and bent down and put his hand right above the ground, hit him with the too small.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hilarious. I got in an argument during the Eagles-Commanders game, though, because A.J. Brown scored a touchdown.
Yep.
And then chucked the ball at the guy who was covering him. Like, dropped it in his lap while he was on the ground. Got a taunting call, which was valid. And that call is what allowed Washington to go score the touchdown that tied it, that caused overtime, that could have cost them the game.
Yeah.
Brando and Spence were, so if Jefferson would have got flagged for the too small thing, you would have said it was stupid? It's like, well, he wouldn't have got flagged because he didn't turn to the guy and do it. He turned away from the guy. You can do whatever the fuck you want if you're not taunting the guy. You can't say shit to him and drop the ball in his lap and point in his face. You can't do that. You have to be smarter than that. This is a big moment. Don't let your emotions overwhelm you.
Brown was obviously signaling towards that specific player. That's the whole thing. You can do whatever you want as long as it's not
right. Jay Jettis turned towards his own sideline away from every player and was like, too small. Sure. Does everybody know who he meant that towards? Sure. But he wasn't right.
He wasn't,
and I mean, are we sure he was taunting that guy, or is he just telling the whole league they're too small because he's fucking Justin Jefferson?
You don't know.
Right? Like,
but if he turns to the guy, looks him in the eyes, and goes like this, that's different.
Yeah, right? Like, you got to be smarter than that.
Yeah. But, yeah. I don't know. I just hope these people didn't gut shoot this deer.
Oh, God.
I hate cleaning gut shot deer.
So I was trying to yell a thing. I was going to try to get you another heart. I know you like heart. Because Kevin got an antelope.
Oh.
So.
That's nice.
I asked about it, and he goes, no, I don't know if there was a heart left. I was like, damn, it was that good of a shot, huh? All right.
That's surprising coming from Kevin. Go fix Kevin.
Right. A little offend. No. But
that's all right.
No. Yeah. I always forget how small antelope are.
They are very small.
They don't seem that small compared to a deer, but they are.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's not like you ever see them standing side by side and get a visual. So in my head, it's just like, they're about the same. They're not, though.
Yeah. See, I can pick a fully grown buck antelope up over my shoulders and carry him.
Yeah.
I cannot do that with a deer, even a doe deer.
Yeah.
So, unless it's like a fawn or something, I could do it then. But
Sure. Oh, man. That's bullying. You can't tweet this out. Jesus. The Bengals already have it bad enough.
true.
So
Them poor
a
guys.
Vikings fan's bullying them because Jamar Chase did a press conference after the loss to the Titans where they lost by like 30.
Yeah.
Like, I'm open. I'm always fucking open. So some Vikings fan goes, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins have 540 yards and 2 touchdowns this year. Justin Jefferson has 543 and 3 touchdowns.
That's rough.
Yeah, you don't got to do the Bengals like that. They're already going through it.
Dude, what is it with the Bengals, dude?
Burrow's
Like-
hurt, and the coaching staff is stupid and deserves to be fired. Whoever is telling him he needs to play doesn't deserve to have a job anymore. And if he's
Right.
saying he needs to play, he's an idiot. Maybe he should have listened to Jamar when he said, don't come back till week 5, 6, 7. Doesn't matter. We
Yeah.
need you at the end of the year. Because guess what? You haven't really won anything. You wouldn't have won anything that way either. But at least you'd be healthy and have a chance. Dumbass.
Right. Who's their backup QB?
No clue. Probably somebody awful, which is why it is the way it is. But, like, fuck, man. Shit.
Yeah, that's too bad they don't have like half-ass confidence in their backup. Otherwise,
The
they
issue is
probably would.
there's competent backups they could sign.
Mhm.
They just won't. Oh, man. Stephon Diggs had a day, though.
He did. That 55-yard touchdown was nutty.
Good
I don't know
God.
if you've seen that or not.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So I was yelling at Grayson on Twitter just a bit ago.
What else is
Because
new?
apparently Caleb Williams says he can make more money returning to USC next season than he would as an NFL quarterback.
Mhm.
And says he can pick what team he wants to go to because of that. He says the only 5 teams he would play for are the Cowboys, Raiders, Vikings, Giants, and Niners. How real is this? Got no clue. But Grayson responded and said, hold on, Twitter. My guy, you don't have that much leverage. You got 1 more year after this of eligibility. Calm your nuts. And I was like, except Elway and Manning both said they don't want to play somewhere, and it worked. So, so can Caleb. Teams aren't going to want a guy who doesn't want to be there.
Mhm.
So he'll take less money or sit out his rookie year? You act like that's a new idea. But
Mhm.
like with Elway and Eli, the other teams just won't draft him. It's that simple. This isn't new. This isn't a first. This has happened before. And I get it. I'm sorry. The NFL draft sucks. Like in the way it works. So you were like, think about it this way. You are the best like medical student in the world. You're not forced to go to the worst hospital with the least resources.
Right.
If you're the best at any job coming out of college or like the most qualified leading into a job, you don't get stuck going to the worst thing in the world. In the NFL, you get punished for being the best in the goddamn world. It's so wild. And I know you got to do that to keep it fair, except I don't think you do. People have this weird thing where they think that I think the salary cap is big for this, where they think like if it was just like an open market and you could just sign the guys coming out of college, they'd all end up going to only the LA and New York. I don't really think that's how that would go.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. This isn't baseball where you'd go to those places because there's unlimited cap, so they'll just pay you whatever the fuck you want. There's still a cap. So at that point, you're just deciding based on team and situation. And yeah, maybe that does make it tough for the bad teams to get better. But guess what? Tell me the last time a bad team flipped the script very quickly in a draft. Never. It takes forever. The Browns were the worst team in football for 35 years.
Right.
The
Yeah.
Bears are going to be the worst team in football for 35 years.
That's not necessarily fair.
That's absolutely fair.
Well, part of that's they need to get rid of their coach.
Sure. But has anything proven you that they can pick a better coach? Because I don't think so.
At this point, I think about anybody would be a better coach.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
when you have fans saying they want Matt Nagy back, I mean, do you know how bad you gotta be?
Right, exactly. That's my point. Like, you're really bad.
Oh, did you see the touchdown run that got called back in this Seahawks Giants game?
I did not. I've just been glancing up there a little bit, and
So it was like the third Seahawks play of the game. Ken Walker takes a pitch, gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, but gets like roll tackled.
mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he was down. It's very close. Like, it looks like maybe his elbow and maybe a cheek. Maybe. But, like, when they show the cheek, like, it kind of looks like it's on the ground. This is weird. I hate how much they had to talk about ass cheeks on the broadcast. But to me, it's like, you don't see the ass cheek compress like it hit the ground, you know? You know how bodies work when they hit something.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that. And the elbow, you can't really tell because of all the fucking pellets getting thrown up from the turf.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a guy's foot right where his elbow was. So you can't tell. And then he got up and just ran it to the end zone and never got blown dead. But apparently they didn't give it to him. Makes me very sad.
Right.
That's such a cool play. And I don't know, it wasn't clear that he was down, but they didn't really call it anything on the field either. So
Yeah.
it wasn't this, clear play. It was just, it was tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Football's been weird. Been weird.
Yeah. Dude, people still want to ban the tush push. The Eagles QB sneak where they have the guys pushing. Somebody goes,
I know.
so 4 different teams tried the exact tush push and failed this week, which I love.
Mhm.
And somebody goes, well, that was a little far for a QB sneak. The Eagles would get 4 yards every QB sneak if they wanted to.
Right.
Fuck you. It's Daniel
that's
Jones. Please stop. It's like 4 teams tried.
But not only that, like, the defense, you obviously know that's what the play is.
Right?
Like, it's not like they're hiding it. They got 2 backs behind the quarterback who's under center. That's going to be a tush push. And what you want to do as a D line is you want to stack that middle and plug the hole. All you got to do is create a wall so that he cannot get through the line of scrimmage.
That's against the Eagles. That doesn't work. But that's the thing. It's not the play that's overpowered. It's maybe the greatest offensive line we've ever seen, as well as the strongest quarterback we've ever seen.
Right.
Don't care what you say about Josh Allen. Jalen Hurts can squat 600 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to push his way for a yard. Doesn't matter who's in front of him. Like,
Right.
that just
My point is your D linemen are too busy trying to push them back
Right.
instead of just dive into the ground, causing a pile up so that he'll either have to bounce off and bounce it to the outside to your DNs, or he'll have to jump or something, because there's no way you're getting through all that man meat when it's all just piled up, you know? Oh. Fulton interception. No, it was not.
But trades.
I gotta go find a saw. I gotta get a knife. Need some latex gloves, which I think I already have in my truck, so. Good thing is
I'm
I've
being
been
a
hunting,
dick.
so. Well. To random person or?
No, to Grayson.
Oh, well, he most
He
times
again
deserves it.
deserves it. Because I did the you act like that was a new idea with Caleb because of Elway and Eli, and he goes, "Oh yes, and leave one of the greatest talents of all time to fall to another team." Nope. And I'm like, I know this is a hard concept, especially since we've seen it before. But trades can happen.
Yep. That's what I was going to
Again,
bring up earlier.
look at Elway and Manning. You have a brain. Use it. Fuck.
Yeah, the thing is you might be the greatest in the world, but you're still coming out of college and going into the NFL. You're still a rookie.
The team's not going to take a shot on a guy who openly says, I don't want to play here. I won't play here. That's not how this works.
Mm-hmm.
Also, can we fire that guy? So last night after the Jets-Chiefs game, did you watch it?
I did.
So apparently Zach Wilson looked like the best quarterback on the field in a game with Patrick Mahomes. To be fair, people are like, oh my God, does Mahomes actually suck? No, the Jets defense is the best in football. We knew that. Yep. That's why we all said, if the Jets get Aaron Rodgers, they're winning the fucking Super Bowl. And have you watched them play this year? If they had Aaron Rodgers, they're undefeated and win every game by 40. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. But like, Zach Wilson played really good yesterday. We can't.
I was about to say, I mean, I think with having Aaron Rodgers as a coach is really improving him.
Yeah.
Because he's played like dog shit his whole entire career, and then all of a sudden now he's playing good.
He played like dog shit all year until today.
Here. Yeah, there's only one variable here that makes any sense, and that's the fact that Aaron Rodgers has had the chance to coach him up.
Rodney Harrison, after the game, former NFL player on the Sunday Night Football talkie show, was interviewing Chris Jones and asked him what he thought about Zach Wilson coming into this game. And he's like, we know he's improving, right? And it's going to be a battle with this team. Mm-hmm. Oh, but come on, watching the tape, you had to be thinking, man, this guy sucks, right? Like, this is what he was just trying to bait him into starting some bullshit. And Chris Jones is just not having it, which I love. But that's fucked up.
That is fucked up. Welcome to the news.
Right? Jesus.
They got to drum up drama just so they have something to talk about.
Like,
because they're not good at their job.
I know I say a lot of times that Zach Wilson sucks. But there are times you got to think about things critically. I know that's a concept we struggle with in this world today. Mm-hmm. But you can talk about Zach Wilson sucking on a podcast where you're on your own and whatever, or talking with your friends, and it doesn't mean anything. When you're interviewing another NFL player, you don't talk about how anybody sucks, because they don't. Mm-hmm. They're in the NFL. It's all about things here. You don't ask the opponent just to try to get a cool soundbite that can get played. It's awful.
Mm-hmm. That's still being a piece of shit.
Right? Like, you can I know it sounds like I'm saying you can talk behind their back but not to their face, but that's not exactly it either. The NFL, just because you're not on the same team doesn't mean you're not on the same team. You all are NFL players. It's They always call it the brotherhood that is the NFL. Obviously, there are the rivalries there and the people that don't like each other. Welcome to life.
Right.
Yeah. It's tough. Right? Ooh, Micah Parsons spoke about it. To me, that's a fraudulent move. Zach Wilson is special in his own way. You can't sit here and say, you look at the tape and he's garbage. Like, you can say he's not a Mahomes tier quarterback, but you can't say he's not a good quarterback. He's a starting quarterback in the NFL, which is fair. You made it to the NFL, so he's better than all of us who are talking. But it is wild how devolved we are as a species at this point.
Indeed. Yeah, every day I wake up and
I'm also
every day
getting
I'm
scared.
disappointed.
Because pretty soon I'm going to have to, it's possible, the actors and voice actors and all of them need to get their deals done. Stop the strike. Because if the video game strike starts and the only game I'm allowed to play and make content on is Baldur's Gate, as much as I love it, I'll freak out.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, no shot.
Especially like Baldur's Gate is fun, but I'm hitting my like Star Wars time of year where that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
But I won't be able to play that game. Madden's the only thing I've been uploading on YouTube. Won't be able to do that. Like, we cannot let this turn into a video game strike.
Are you watching the game at the moment?
No, I don't really have a way to.
Oh, this is not. I can't tell if he. Well, he was down before the touchdown, but
Was he? Are you sure?
like he runs right down the sideline, sheds like 2 tackles, and I don't know if he steps out or not. It is like very close.
Wait, why is Drew Lock in the fucking game? Hold on. What happened to Gino? Hold
I
on.
don't know. Must got hurt. But Laka's doing
An
the
ankle injury.
backing.
Oh, it's a knee injury and he's questionable.
Oh. I don't know. I've been focused on the podcast, so I haven't really watched much. But
God, I don't.
oh my god.
God damn, bro. Not again. Now we're all alone. And God, if Drew Lock makes a single good play, I have to deal with Jake tomorrow. That's unfortunate. I really don't like that. I'm sure I'm going to check Twitter in 2 seconds and Jake's going to be freaking out. I'm sure of it. What play did we just see from? Okay. Drew Lock. Bang, Noah Fant. Bang. Missed tackle. Touchdown. Or down at the 1, either way. He was short. Still, though. Jake's going to be praising the screen pass. I can already see it. Or hopefully he's at work. What's up?
Nick. Sorry about all the phone calls.
God, why are you pretending to be busy?
Well, I'm not busy. It's just.
Why are you getting phone calls? There's no water. Why the fuck people calling you?
It's not work. It was Cody asking if he needed to grab any resources for gutting a deer. So I was like, no, I pretty much have everything in my truck, other than if you want to grab a saw. I don't have a very good one. So
A seesaw?
A rib cage saw and a pelvis saw, which technically I could grab a hatchet and a hammer and it'd basically do the same thing.
Yikes.
But it's getting feisty.
Yeah, it's getting feisty into WWE too, apparently. So Dominic Mysterio, the member of the Judgment Day, he's not with Rhea Ripley, but storyline wise, he's the one with Rhea Ripley. He lost his championship on Saturday at the pay-per-view. Rhea told him today, because he gets a rematch tomorrow, if you don't come home with that championship, then don't bother coming home.
Ooh.
Damn.
I'd believe her anyway.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
I would, because if all she cares about is me possessing a championship in order to be with me.
Yeah, if you don't have the championship, it means you're a little bitch. That's what that means. That means you lost. That means you're a loser. Don't lose. He lost and she's still there. If you lose twice in a row, you lose everything. You deserve what you get. Loser. Don't be a loser. Just win. You ever consider that?
Yeah.
You ever consider not being a loser?
Nope. I prefer to be a loser.
Oh, okay. Valid.
People don't expect as much from you when you're a loser, so you don't have to worry about disappointing people.
Are you dumb or dumb?
Yes, and yes. But that's besides the point. Cody's here.
Oh, good. What the fuck? Falcons fans are weird. We need a quarterback and a head coach. Who do we draft and sign? All these people talking about Kyler Murray. This dude just goes, what does Kyler Murray do better than Desmond Ridder, who has been the worst quarterback in football?
I don't know. Kyler Murray is
Everything.
a
He
good
does
quarterback?
everything better. Exist, be a human,
Mhm.
throw the ball, run the ball, stand. Jesus.
Kyler Murray knows how to not be a corpse in pads. Yeah.
Dude, it's tough watching Desmond Ridder now, which sucks. I wanted him to be good, but he sucks. He sucks.
You know, some people just don't got it.
You know who does got it?
Huh.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, he's got all of it.
Yeah. I agree. He's about the only running back right now that's worth drafting. And I've always been and I like last year I passed on him in a lot of fantasies because I was so worried about him getting injured.
Valid.
It seems like every time I spend a first or second round pick on Christian McCaffrey and then he gets hurt in the first fucking game and is out the whole season. And it happened 2 years in a row. But
That'll happen.
whatever.
That'll happen. I don't know what else to yell about. You seem like you need to go, so.
I'm just gonna go get a beer real quick and then come home and go to bed so I can go to work tomorrow again.
Woo. Oh, so what day do we want to run to the town and buy the thing?
Do we have D&D this week?
Oh, fuck, yeah. I guess we're going Wednesday.
Okay, that works.
There we go.
Yep.
Because, yeah, we got D&D.
Yep. Sounds good to me. That'll work.
So. All right, well, I guess that's all we got. Under an hour. Big sad. Not by a lot,
Yeah.
but under an hour. But that's all we got. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.